Yo, what's up? How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is LionHeartZ, and today Valve finally got up and turned on the update so we can do our pick'ems for the Shanghai Major Playoffs, which are starting in just 2 short days. So I'm here in-game, ready to flex that I actually have a gold coin because my pick'ems were correct in the elimination stage. I got 7 picks correct, which, you know, listen, that's pretty good. I'm going to take that. But today, we're going to talk about the playoff predictions, my picks for the playoffs, and hopefully you together, we can achieve that legendary diamond coin and tag Don Hassey on Twitter and make him feel sad about his coin not being diamond. And with that being said, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and get started. But before we do, make sure you guys take a second, leave a like, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It helps out immensely in the YouTube algorithm, so thank you for doing it. When the major comes back on Wednesday, I will be live on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/LionHeartZ, co-streaming all the shenanigans of the playoffs. Sleep schedule be damned. So follow me there and let's have a good time. Also check out my community Discord, top link in the description. Hang out, we can talk CS together, and let's go ahead and start talking about these pick'ems. First things first, let's go ahead and talk about these matchups because they're going to inform my decisions quite heavily. In the opening bouts, we have the Mongolz taking on Mouz, Team Spirit taking on Team Liquid, G2 Esports taking on Heroic, then we rounded out with Vitality taking on Faze Clan. And honestly, this is a pretty good slate of quarterfinals. I think we have a very wide spread of good competitive matches here. I'm looking at this bracket, and the first thing that stands out to me is that I think most people will instinctively go the Mongolz, Team Spirit, G2, Vitality. Those are the favorites in all of those series. But in every case, except for Vitality against Faze Clan, I think there's a fair argument that all of the underdogs could win. Team Spirit could be underwhelming and just be the dog show and lose to Liquid. Mouz could play a much stronger game against the Mongolz, who are unproven on this kind of stage. Heroic could absolutely best G2 if G2 does G2 things. I think there is an exact world where we could see massive upsets routinely throughout this bracket because there's just so much parity amongst the top teams right now. With that being said, I'm pretty confident that these 4 teams should win these series more often than not, and find it very hard for me to bet against Team Spirit, to bet against the Mongolz, to bet against G2 and Vitality. The one that I'm probably the shakiest on is the Mongolz, because I think the storyline of the Mongolz is really legit. Their firepower has been incredible throughout the major cycle, and I do think they could dominate Mouz in an opening matchup. However, Mouz are no slouch in their own right, and if the Mongolz slip at all, especially with the stage behind them, then they could absolutely be capitalized upon. I think there's both teams that could struggle in a big stage environment, so I think this series will be probably the most interesting of the 4 on offer. However, I am going to stick with the Mongolz just because I want to see a Mongolz Spirit matchup in the next round. It would be very entertaining. When it comes to Team Spirit versus Liquid, the win conditions for Liquid would be for Ultimate to absolutely dominate the matchup versus Shiro, for Naf to have insane impact on the Lurk, and for Twist to be playing at the highest level he can while calling good efficient T-sides. For Team Spirit, you simply need to not mess this up. You need Magix and Chopper to not be traffic cones. You need Donk to be able to multi-kill freely without getting overly hunted by the Team Liquid players. If anything, the most important person in this series of Team Spirit is probably going to be Zontix. His ability to anchor some of these solo bomb site positions on the CT side will be tested severely, especially if we see a map like Anubis come out in the pick ban. Overall, again, Spirit should win this series, but as Team Spirit, we know they can throw. We know they will try to throw. It's whether Donk will donk harder than he's ever donked before and make it deeper into the donkey major. Then we come to G2 and Heroic, and I think most people are going to write off Heroic in this situation. They're an unproven younger team, but their roster construction is like a Mouz, like a Na'Vi, is deeper than the sum of its parts, and they have played incredible Counter-Strike. Also consider the momentum they're currently running under. They just knocked off Na'Vi. They kicked the king off of his crown, and now it's anyone's tournament. Heroic are going to be riding high. If G2 at all falter in their unreal firepower, if Nico and m0NESY even have a somewhat human moment, Heroic will pounce on that. To me, this series goes 3 maps every single time it's played, and there are plenty of times where Heroic wins. However, I think G2 have the best storyline in the major aside from the Mongolz. Nico's last ride, Nico still chasing that elusive major. All that being said, I'm going to commit to G2. I just don't want them to fuck this up, but Lord knows they will test me in that regard. And finally, the most one-sided match of the bracket is Vitality and Faze. I do not see anything out of Faze Clan that has me confident they can handle a Vitality where ZywOo is pumping at close to his MVP level. If Vitality falters and ZywOo has a quiet series, then yeah, the door is open. But we need like superstar best player in the world Rops out of Faze Clan. We need a top 5 op form out of Brokey. Faze needs everything to go right to be able to beat Vitality, whereas Vitality feel like they probably need like 85% of their optimal power to beat this Faze. And so going into our next round matchups, I would say that the Mongolz and Team Spirit is again a very close series. I think the Mongolz have the advantage in total team firepower. Their fragging is spread super deep, and Team Spirit are very lopsided. They rely on Donk and Shiro to get them over the line. So with that being said, I think that the Mongolz have a great chance to win this series. In fact, I would say that they are the odds-on favorite. But I am a simple man. I am a Donk stan. I must stick to my biases. I'm going to take Team Spirit to beat Mongolz in the semifinals. I think it'll be very close. I think that Spirit will need every bit of MVP, best player in the world Donk to make that happen, but I do think Spirit can do it. If you had Mongolz going through straight to the finals, I think the path is absolutely there. I'm going to stick to my guns here and go with Spirit. And that brings us to what will probably be the best match of the major, assuming all teams show up and play in form, and that's G2 taking on Vitality. This one, I think, is a total toss-up. I think Muncie versus Iwu is going to be electric, absolute cinema. I think Nico's going to be playing out his goddamn mind in this series. I have no real idea how to cut this one. Either of these teams can win this series. It's going to be super volatile, super close, and hopefully super entertaining. However, I am, again, going to stick with the narrative. G2 to the finals. Zaiwu versus Muncie. Muncie prevails, putting to rest who is better, at least for right now. It will be cinema. And that brings us to a Donk v Nico grand final. And listen, my heart wants to start off and just say, Donk overcomes the he loses to Nico narrative in his first grand finals. 17-year-old rookie wins major, wins his MVP in his first attempt. We're talking about like some LeBron shit at this point. He's going to be the GOAT. He is the prodigy. He is the chosen one. But it's an uphill battle. G2 are just so deep, so scrappy. They have so much going for them in this matchup. They have precedent. They've won this matchup so many times in the past. Nico, on his way out to make a shitload of money with the Falcons, tells Donk that now is not your time, young one. It's still my league. It's still my game. Nico and Muncie lift the major trophy in Shanghai. Is it copium? Is it psychosis? Who knows? But these are my picks, and I can't really justify any other change outside of my biases. So I'm going to lock it in. G2 Spirit final. Nico wins his major. I'm saving those picks. And boom, gold coin. Bam. Bam. Ooh. Should we do a little gambling? Should we do a little bit of gambling? Let's you know what? Yeah, let's pull one from let's pull one from this Mirage game. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Live gambling. Shout out to Onapixel. Here we go. Where is it? There it is. All right, come on. Desert Hydra on recording right now. Put it on Reddit. Let's see it. Come on. All right, well. Yay. What condition? Field tested. Woo. Wow. Amazing. Anyways, if you want to have better luck than me, you should make these choices. This will be the path to the diamond coin. I can see it. So we just need 2 correct results in the quarterfinals. We need 1 correct semifinals. And we need to predict the winner in the grand finals. So I feel like this is the diamond coin path. I'm committing. You should commit with me. Be here for the co-streams on Wednesday night. I'll see you guys there. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to my channel members, Justin, Jesse, Furley, Bubblesj, Milan Berta, and Dr. Cocktor. If you want to support me directly, you can do so at the link in the description down below. I'll see you guys soon for more shenanigans on the channel. Peace.